All right, so I'm going to be talking about some of the hottest plays on base that are listed on Coinbase. And specifically, I'm going to be highlighting KeyCat, otherwise known as Keyboard Cat. So what's going on, everybody? I'm Code Monkey Mike. I run a community called Crypto Rich, where we basically find new coins at a very low market cap using software and algorithms. We build software to help us trade and to eventually become crypto rich. So in the last run up right after election day, we've had some enormous gains, and we had some coins that pumped to the moon, and we have tons and tons of software in there that community members can use. We have all-time high alerts that let us know when to sell and you name it. So link in the description below, but more about KeyCat. So yeah, Keyboard Cat. Keyboard Cat is something that flew under the radar with me. It came out and I was like, what is that? So usually we get in, like I said, we get in on plays like really, really early. With Keyboard Cat, it was just suddenly listed on Coinbase. It is the second cat to be listed on Coinbase that is on base, second only to Toshi. And it was listed, I think at the same time or just right after doginme. So it has a very, very, very low market cap for something to be listed on Coinbase. So you could imagine the potential here. I think the max potential of Keyboard Cat is to get to like a 3 billion market cap. So that is right around almost exactly 100x from where it is right now. Keyboard Cat. Now, what is Keyboard Cat? Keyboard Cat, I was like, okay, so what is this thing? And I was like, oh yeah, it's the cat meme where they plays the keyboard. I was like, oh, so, and it's actually official as well. So if you want to take a look at this from this guy here.
GM begins. I'm Charlie Schmidt, creator of the original Keyboard Cat clip and meme. KeyCat on base are now officially licensed meme coin. One meme, one ticker. If you like base, buy KeyCat on base. This is about having fun and bringing people together. I really think that meme coins can expand these opportunities, and when meme coins are officially licensed by their creators, it adds an element of trust to a project, a real element of trust.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. So this is going to be a very, very well-known meme by pretty much everybody, right? So that is the good side of it. It is something that everybody recognizes, and they'll just FOMO into when they see it. And I'm like, oh wow, Keyboard Cat. So it's definitely has that touch of familiarity. Now, when it comes to Keyboard Cat, they do have a ton of content, which is actually pretty awesome, and it is it is rather frequent too. So it's not like they're just posting something once a month or whatever. They're constantly banging out even video content. So it's pretty cool. So, however, I guess the downside, I want to say, I mentioned that it flew under the radar for me, and I'm like, it's like out of the blue, it was listed on Coinbase. So I'm like, how the hell did this happen? How the hell did I not see this? Because I look into base, I look into base tokens all the time. So first things first, the reason why the software in my community didn't find it, because it's actually kind of old, right? It's been around for a long time, well over a year, right? So this was like going back to before we even had this software. So we basically, like I said, we find new coins. But speaking of which, you can look at the chart. It has had its pumps. It got listed on Coinbase. So it was listed on Coinbase. I think it was like April Fool's Day or something, like April 1st, April 2nd, somewhere around there, right? And this was a pump because of the announcement, I guess, right here. But it had a huge pump right back before election day, right? So it got to 142 million market cap. So it does have its potential. It has a ton of potential to do a pump like this before it gets listed on Coinbase. So you can tell it's definitely going to beat its all-time high at least, right? And it's going to probably go well beyond that. That's why I say it go to a 1, 2, maybe even 3 billion market cap. But when it comes to Keyboard Cat and how it got its attention, no, I'm sorry, how it got my attention. It got listed on Coinbase, but I never got my attention prior because I don't know what it was. Maybe I was browsing, like this is CoinGecko, a listing of the base tokens. So Keyboard Cat, KeyCat, maybe I browsed through it previously. Maybe it was at like an all-time low when I was previously been browsing through the listings, and it didn't seem too appealing to me. And I was like, what's KeyCat? I don't know what that is, and maybe I just never clicked on it. So I do recognize that, well, people, once you click on it, you realize what it is, but people might not understand what is KeyCat, because it just, for me, KeyCat sounded like a weird name. Unless they updated it, Keyboard Cat. I mean, that's, you know, you have to go by the name rather than the ticker symbol too. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes I've seen actually sometimes they change their names and keep the ticker symbol. Yeah, I think there were a couple instances of that as well. I don't know which one, but now at the moment. But anyway, so that was what happened with that. So Keyboard Cat, I do think it is a phenomenal play. Other plays, like I mentioned, doginme. Doginme is in the same boat. I think like I said, I think it was launched on Coinbase at the same time, or if not, like within the same week. It has almost the same market cap, and I think doginme has higher potential. I think that doginme, just because of what it represents, doginme represents self-confidence and believing in yourself and so on. So I think that doginme is going to run longer. It's going to go, to beyond a 3 billion market cap, maybe a 5 billion market cap, and so on. So it does have some very, very, very good potential. Now, when it comes to so here's the thing. Today things are relatively down. Yesterday there were things are pumping after the announcements with the ceasefire and so on. So I think today things have leveled out. I think quite a few things even look like they're red today. So this is the daily for doginme, the daily for KeyCat. So yeah, it's as of like a few hours ago, things are a little going down. I haven't really seen any news to imply that something should go down. I mean, with regards to the war and so on and things like that. But yeah, a few things are going down. For the day, toshi is going up. Toshi, like I mentioned, toshi is the first cat on base. It is the first meme coin on base to be listed on Coinbase. So yeah, so toshi is another very good play. It is 197 million market cap, and this has potential to be one of the best plays of the bull run. I at least in the top 10, right? Toshi. So yeah, we're talking about many X's with this one. I mean, it could even be another 100X, but it could, that could go to like a $20 billion market cap. So I think we're looking at some good 100X's across the board in the long run, in the top of the bull run, which I've been saying time and time again is probably not going to be this year. So the expectation is that we're going to see another run up very, very soon. Hopefully all this bad news out there in the markets with, with the wars and the tariffs and all this stuff just, gets past us, and we start pumping because global liquidity is going up. When it comes to, money printing, I guess the basic idea is that, yeah, we need to get that liquidity flowing. It's going to go into assets first, and it's going to start to pump. Now, we also need to cut interest rates. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's the topic for a whole other video. But other than that, I think that, yeah, we got some very, 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 very good base plays on Coinbase. And I wanted to throw this one in here because it is actually pumping like crazy right now. It didn't even get really affected by the whole war situation with Iran and all this stuff like that. But it is again a very low market cap base token that is listed on Coinbase once again, and is pumping to potential. I don't know about this one. I think just because it's listed on Coinbase that it's much safer. So the name of it is Token Butt, and the ticker symbol is clanker. And it doesn't have a X profile, but it has a website, and it's like it's some sort of like AI indexing engine of I'm sorry, I'm like AI agent indexing engine or something like that. I don't really have a good understanding of what it is, which is probably the downside of it, which is why I think this is not another 100x coin. Maybe it's like a 10xer, but it is a safer play just because it's on Coinbase. And if you can figure out what it is, I guess that, or if they make it more readily apparent as to what it is, it'll pump more. But yeah, definitely a safe play. And for some reason, it seems to be out of all the tokens I've listed here. You see, like this is a bullish chart. This is a green chart for today with Toshi, but it's only 2% up for the day. But if you take a look at this, it's actually 51% up for the day, which is like insanely high. So, yeah, very, very bullish. I got some of this just for the hell of it. I got some of this. So, my bags are pumping. So doing good on that. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for now. Like I said, link in the description below. Join my community, or if you don't do that, just join any community, right? Because we have, I think we have, some interesting times ahead. We're probably, like I said, we're going to see another run up. Maybe next month, maybe another top is going to be in August or September, but I don't think there's time or room for another top, or especially the bull run top by November, like everybody keeps saying. But we'll see. So you need that support, that reinforcement to be with like-minded people to try to get through the bad times and celebrating the good times, and strategize together so you can make more out of this cycle. And other than that, click that like button. Make sure you click it. Don't forget, if you made it this far, you owe me a like. Just think of it that way.